In our last video, we learned why we repeat certain behaviors every day. In this video, we will learn why we stop doing certain behaviors after having a negative experience in the past. Here we will use the term punished behavior. In behavior science, punished behavior doesn't mean scolding or yelling. It means something happened after a behavior that made that behavior less likely to happen again in the future. Let's learn this with a few examples. Maybe we visit a restaurant and have a bad experience. The food doesn't taste good or the service is poor. As a result, we are less likely to return to that restaurant in the future. Or perhaps we post something on social media and receive negative comments. We may feel uncomfortable and become less likely to post similar content again. Another example is using a GPS app that takes us on the wrong route and causes us to arrive late. Because of that experience, we may be less likely to use that GPS app in the future. Now let's understand this in behavior science. In behavior science, every behavior is followed by a consequence. A consequence is simply what happens after a behavior. Sometimes a consequence makes our behavior less likely to happen again in the future. When that happens, we say the behavior was punished. Let's go back to our examples. Going to the restaurant is the behavior and having a bad dining experience is the consequence. Because the experience was unpleasant, we are less likely to go back to that restaurant. So the behavior of going to that restaurant decreases. Let's take another example. Posting on social media is the behavior. Receiving negative comments is the consequence. If those comments makes us uncomfortable, we may be less likely to post similar content in the future. In this example, the behavior of posting decreases. Similarly, using the GPS app is the behavior. Getting lost or arriving late is the consequence. Because the outcome was not helpful, we may be less likely to use that GPS app again. Children learn the same way. Suppose a child touches a hot object or feels discomfort. Touching the object is the behavior and discomfort is the consequence. As a result, the child is less likely to touch that object again. Finally, imagine a child shares an idea in class and receives negative reactions from classmates. If that experience is unpleasant, the child may be less likely to share their ideas in the future. If a behavior decreases in the future, it means the consequence that followed the behavior was punishing. Thank you for watching.